My dog treat I went to see.
I'm doing hard.
I was a possum up that tree.
I'm doing hard.
And that possum began to grin.
I'm doing hard.
I reached up and took him in.
I'm doing hard.
Oh, come, possum, come at possum children. Come at possum children. Oh, come to his heart.
The automobile kind of blew the horse trade out of the water for a long time.
My dad said when they was mechanized sometime in the 30s, but old Alice Chamber tractor, he said there'll never be another horse or mule on this farm.
But most of the tools were donated to us after we got the forge built. People started bringing tools out. I found this blower in a junk shop in South Carolina, and it was in bad shape. We had to rebuild all of it. But this is a real old style blower. You don't see these very often. Earlier than this was the big leather bellows. That your coal burns, it forms, well, dirty coal particularly forms clinkers, what they call clinkers, and it's they kind of coagulate, and there's underneath this fire pot, which is cast iron, there's a clinker breaker. It's a little valve, and you flip it every now and then. It keeps the the clinkers broken up. They were commercially available, but it was cheaper, of course, just to make your own. There's a real hot spot right there in the middle of the fire, and you can kind of watch how it heats this up. You can tell by the color.
Yeah.
Flatten the end out, but you'll see how very quickly the heat is drawn out by that big anvil. The anvil's so cold it just takes the heat out very fast on something this small. But you have to be real careful not to get it too hot or it'll burn the steel and ruin it. So you kind of watch, you have to watch the color of it. If it comes out sparking, it's a little bit too hot. That's welding heat. And this is what they used before vice grips to hold the hold the tongs. But the vice grips were invented by a blacksmith. They tell me. I found that old anvil at First Monday in Scottsboro years and years ago. And the anvils, you've heard about the anvil's ring. Nowadays, when you mount it on a stump, they advise you to put rubber under it because that constant ringing will deafen you. It'll just ruin your eardrums over time. So I've got that on some rubber. That's why it doesn't ring like it normally would.
Maybe that's why the apples are here.
This end, I'll just do what they call drawing down. And there, there are a few expressions for blacksmithing, like strike while the iron is hot. Too many irons in the fire. A lot of the old fences are made from wrought iron, but wrought iron is no longer available. Nobody makes it anymore. and it was very labor intensive to make it. I had